Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar, joined alongside Sam Gaffon. We're here, week 16. We're talking gambling. How'd you do last week?
Pretty average, pretty mediocre.
Okay.
Not a great week, but I just gotta stay around 500. In the bad weeks.
Where are you placing in the contest right now? We're doing our own contest. Where are you at? I'm trying to pull it up.
Let's pull it up.
Where are
I
you?
think I'm at 500.
You're 38 and 37. Yeah, you're 13th place right now. I'm tied for third, and I really need a few good weeks. This week, I think, is one of the hardest. The top guy, there's no catching number one, so I'm playing for third place or second place right now. But first place, I don't know what this percentage is win wise, but he's 54 and 21. I think that's really good. It's too good.
Yeah, it's amazing. Something's off.
Yeah. So either he's cheating or we're all terrible. But yeah, we got a lot of picks this week. I talked about it a little bit, Jeremy, on Monday. All my picks have changed. Why don't you kick it off, Sam? What's your least confident game this week to gamble on? Most of these games are my least confident. It is very, very hard to find a good game this week.
So my least confident is actually Tennessee because I bet on them last week and they shit the bed. So I hate betting on Tennessee, but Tennessee, Seattle at Tennessee, -2.5 Tennessee. Will Levis, who knows which Will Levis we're going to get? I don't know. Which Will Levis do you think is going to show up?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's good. I just think those two games were like, I don't know how Case Keenum came out and won the game for them. This feels like a good spot for Tennessee. Seattle coming off a big Monday night win. Coming out to Tennessee. That's a lot of travel from Seattle to Tennessee. And I don't know what the deal is with Drew Lock. Like, I don't know why Drew Lock is the starter. I don't know. Geno Smith was dressed on the sideline as well. If you saw the game, he was like fully ready to go in case something happened.
Isn't he still? I think he's got a lingering injury or something's going on with him.
Something weird is going on. Drew Lock, if you watch it, you're not confident he's going to make the right moves. It's a little bit too much, a little slower decision making, but he can sling the ball pretty far.
He's a professional backup, so he's not going to do anything great. He's a career backup quarterback. He's not terrible, but he's not great. He's a good guy to have in case your starter goes down.
Wasn't Geno?
I think Geno solidified himself last year and got the bag. As they say these days.
I guess
he's not a backup anymore. He's a full-fledged starter, and they paid him like it.
But. I know. Yeah, this game scares me a lot. I just don't know if I really love Tennessee enough to do. It's 2.5. I think on the actual line right now it must be like 3.5. But
I don't like it, but it's at home. They play a lot better at home. I don't know. This is a little bit of an intuitive one for me.
Okay. Vibes.
I'm just gonna roll with him again at home.
Okay.
Vrabel, he's a dog, as they say these days.
Sure. Yeah.
I think the defense shows up. Seattle's looking a little beat up and weak on offense. I don't know. It's my least favorite. It could very well change and not be in the contest for me.
All right, my fifth pick. This is my least favorite, but I do love it. I think this might be the future Super Bowl matchup. It's the Ravens +5.5 at San Francisco. This is the one stat that got me. Lamar is, as a dog, 11-2 against the spread.
Yeah, I saw that
one that got me. I'm like, all right, I got to play it. Even though I believe in San Francisco, I have money riding on Brock Purdy to be the MVP. I have a lot. I got Brock Purdy at +1250 odds for him to win MVP.
That's great. But yeah, he's -130. Doesn't really matter with this game coming up this week.
Well, hold on.
I like Baltimore too. I like Baltimore too.
I'm
on Baltimore. It's actually my second most favorite pick this week.
Okay.
So we're bouncing around a little bit, but I like Baltimore. San Fran's overhyped. I saw those stats for Lamar as a dog. It's pretty insane.
Why does this? I think this game matters the most for Brock Purdy to be solidified as the MVP. If he wins this game, I think he is the MVP of the league, right? The stats prove it. Everything about Brock Purdy this year looks good.
But I don't think Brock's worried about his MVP. He's worried about them winning a Super Bowl. And this is a huge competitor in the NFL. I mean, I think they're the best team in the AFC as of right now. So if you want to win a Super Bowl this year, you're going to probably go through Baltimore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This might be a Super Bowl matchup, and we might see it in the Super Bowl. These are kind of the colors of the Super Bowl. You know how the Super Bowl logos always predict the colors. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great game. I think this is Christmas Day. I think right. This is Christmas Day.
It's
So it's
on, yeah, Monday.
yeah Monday night, Christmas Day. It's great. What's your fourth pick? What do you got, Sam?
My
Come on,
fourth is
Sam.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Uh
Yeah, Pittsburgh at home. I hate this pick too. That's why it's my
oh. Okay.
fourth favorite pick, fourth least favorite pick.
Yeah.
So Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. I don't want to bet on Pittsburgh. I got screwed on them last week, but I mean, this is a prime opportunity for them to win at home. You know, against Cincinnati, which you're kind of selling high. Pittsburgh buying low.
I mean,
I just hate
did you
bidding on.
watch
I
that
hate bidding
game?
on Mitch Trubisky. I
Did you
hate
watch
doing
the
it, but
Did you watch the game? It was really bad. I mean,
yeah,
they are
I
not a
know.
good team.
They
I
they had a bad week. I think the defense can bounce back. They're at home. You know, those terrible towels, those crazy Pittsburgh people,
sure.
they're gonna be screaming. They're gonna be drunk.
I
They're gonna
just
be reckless.
I felt like there was other games I'd rather bet on. These two teams, backup quarterback versus backup quarterback. I can't come around to do it. I know this is the play you should do. You should play Pittsburgh at home as a dog, but it's been rough. Like I don't want any part of this game.
Statistically, it's the pick. That's what I'm trying to
Sure. But
be
I
confident
do you
about
not
because
do you think this year is a little different? I mean, I know you haven't been gambling in a long time, but this year feels different. Feels like a lot of the favorites are covering. They're winning. They're covering us like, and it just doesn't make any sense. And that's why I'm really trying to like say, okay, we already know what teams are good. Cincinnati looks really good with Browning, and Pittsburgh has not looked good. I think it's done after the season. They're clearing house in Pittsburgh. There's no way they can keep what's going on in Pittsburgh anymore. It's bad.
well, I think it's is the question is Kenny Pickett. I think he's coming up on his last year's contract. So do
Good.
they re-sign him? Do they give him an
He's done.
extension?
No.
I doubt it. We'll see the draft this year. I mean, they're what's their record? They are 7-7. I mean, they're not completely out of the playoff picture for the wild
I know.
card.
I know.
So I mean, I don't know. A lot of the QBs are going in the first 5-10 picks. So we'll see what happens. I don't like the pick. It's my fourth least favorite, but I think it's a home underdog, 2.5 against Cincy, who I think is a little overhyped right now, even though they look good with that backup quarterback. It's just a statistic, odds I have to go with on this one.
All right. What's my fourth one here? This one I was kind of going back and forth between what I want to play and where like the right move to play. At first, I was on like, oh, I should play Minnesota plus 3.5, but I feel like Detroit's coming on. They're playing really well. I like Detroit here. I don't love it, but this is my fourth pick. They look good, and they look good, and they also look really bad at times. And this worries me a little bit. I know Minnesota's defense is pretty good, but I do think overall this is like they need to get this game. It's the NFC, and I don't know. It just what bothers me is like if Jared Goff is not the right Jared Goff that day, it's all over because it is just a bad game.
It's true. They
So
are very up and down. When they're up, they look really good, like probably
yeah,
top 3 in the NFC. But you notice Jared Goff typically he's a dome and like a home field guy. Like they always play well at home.
mm-hmm.
This is Detroit on the road this week. You know that.
I do know that.
I'm leaning. I'm not putting in the contest necessarily at this point, but I'm leaning Minnesota. Our contest has them at plus 3.5 at home.
Yep.
Detroit
But
tends to fall off the map.
What do you think? What do you think? And now I think there's something there where like a backup comes in, they can win a game, they struggle a little bit. But do you think Nick Mullins is the guy in Minnesota to actually win this game? That's what I'm kind of playing against. This is a backup, third. This is whatever you could say. Now he was third string, now he's first, and Josh Jacobs is third string now. So they're all over the place. So I just think it's a little messy right now.
So you're banking on Minnesota's offense being weak.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Yes, that's exactly what I'm banking on.
I think it just depends on which Detroit shows up. I mean, they are in a dome in Minnesota, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you run the numbers. I know they're definitely a way better team at home, which is in a dome. But what about in away domes? I don't know. What do those numbers look like? I'm leaning Minnesota.
We will see. Hopefully they can cover for me. I really need. This is what I need, Sam. I need a 4-1 week the next 2 weeks to lock up second or third place in our league. So that's what I need. All right.
Tough
What's
task.
your what?
It's a tough task. It's a big task.
Well, yeah, I know. It's
Where were you last week? 3-2 or 4-1?
3-2. Scary 3-2 because it was Monday Night Football and they had a win on that last touchdown to cover the game. So definitely
stuck that one in
nail
there.
biting. What's your fourth pick, third pick? Are you on your third pick now? Or
My
fourth
third least favorite pick
yes.
is Jacksonville at Tampa. My Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't love this pick, but I love my Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm on the same one.
Is looking like almost like pre-MVP for 2024.
Okay, so
no, but they're at home. I don't like it. Really, this one could change. You know, it depends on who's playing quarterback for Jacksonville come Sunday.
Because Trevor Lawrence has concussion protocol.
He's supposed. I think they're saying he's supposed to play, but I don't know. It's tricky. We'll see. It could be come like a. Well, let's see. That happened. It'll be 7 days, so he should clear.
Well, you say that it's CJ Stroud is still in concussion protocol after almost 2 weeks. So
yeah, I think they had a similar type concussion where the back of their head hit real hard. So but this is a big game. I mean, Jacksonville needs this win. Tampa's riding high off of last week, which I don't love betting after a huge week like that. But they are at home. Jacksonville's been up and down. I don't know.
I like the Bucs here too. I mean, this is out if Lawrence is playing this week. The half point, the Bucs just need to win the game. The Jags look good at times as well, but Trevor Lawrence was like doing weird, like running with the ball, and he just drops the ball. No one was around him last week. He's making a lot of mistakes. Baker is looking really good. I know they compared stats to him and like Brady, and they were like comparable from the last season he was there.
But Tampa, it's honestly not just. I mean, Baker obviously played really well last week, the last couple of weeks, but the whole team is playing a lot better. Like the defense is playing well together, even with some backups in. I almost took them on my contest last week, and I didn't specifically because of some key defensive players out. But there's some of the backups are stepping up. Even they actually sat Devin White for like a health related matter, which was weird. They had a backup middle linebacker, like a run heavy middle linebacker, KJ Britt. So I don't know. I like Tampa here. I think the offense keeps it going at home. The defense steps up. Jacksonville, but like I said, it depends on.
No, if Lawrence isn't in, then definitely I like the Bucs too. What is it? What pick am I on? Second pick. My second overall pick here. This is a big one. And I'm fading the fact that I hate Dallas. So Dallas is on the road in Miami. Miami's 1.5. It doesn't make any sense to me. Dallas does not look like a good team. They're up and down. They can't play against good teams. They lose against plus 500 teams. I'm just fading them. And Tyreek's going to be back this week. I think Tua is back in shape. I also need Tyreek to go off for fantasy playoffs so I can win a lot of money in all different spots of gambling this year. But I do think Miami is a better team, and I do not think Dallas is legit. I think they're fakers, and I'm going to fade it. And this is 100% going to be in the contest. I hate Dallas. There you go, Sam. That's my take.
I agree and disagree. I like Dallas. I think they're a good team. They've been spotty, but so is Miami. I mean, they've been very similar teams. They play well against bad teams, fold against good ones. I mean, it's in Miami. I guess Tyreek is supposed to be back. I think he was limited in practice, yesterday or today.
I think he's supposed to be back this week.
I don't know. This one's up in the air. I want to watch this game, but I'm probably not going to bet on it or put it in the contest.
It seems like whoever wins this game is like the one that is no longer the pretender in the league. Like if Dallas can beat Miami, I'll give them all the respect in the world, but I have no doubt in my mind Miami wins this game. Now, I could be wrong. And this is, what day is this? This is on Christmas Eve, Sunday night, or close to Sunday night. I don't know if it's actually Sunday night, but
is this the MB's pick of the week?
No, I still got one more. It's not as confident, but I just feel like I have to play it. It makes the most sense. But you go with your second pick or first pick, and I'll let you know.
My second was Baltimore. So my first is going to be New Orleans at LA. I'm just going to ride the LA train. I bet on them last week. They came through. They look strong at home. New Orleans, had a good week, but I don't know. I don't see that sticking. And LA has just been dominant at home. So 3.5. I don't like the 3.5 though. It's -3.5 on our contest. I like it a lot better at 3, but
Sam, I don't play Thursday games. I don't think there's enough time. A lot of weird stuff always happens. I hate it to play Thursday games. It's too early. It's like you have 3 days to determine all
I
this
know you don't
stuff.
like Thursday games.
So I'm not playing Thursday games. You can play it. I just think it's a disadvantage if you play Thursday night games because you don't get all the information you need. And I feel like teams that prep well, or if you're home or flying, or if you've looked ahead and you already prepped for this team, weird stuff happens Thursday nights. Same on Monday nights.
What information you say? I'm just curious. So
Yeah.
you say you don't get a lot of information for Thursday games. You get the same information just in a different time period.
I feel like if you're looking at the spread of where the money is going and looking where the lines are moving, we don't have as much time. And yes, money's going to come in on the Thursday game. And I just don't think it's going to be the sharpest of money. I don't think the pro players are going to play a Thursday night game because there's less information available to you as far as like public betting. You have a week to think about it. We have Saturday games, we have Sunday games. Those are the games I want to play because then you can kind of see, like, you've had a week, people are betting. We can see the numbers on each side. We can see where bigger money's going. The lines are changing. I don't think this line has changed at all. Has it? Has this line changed at all since it's open?
I don't think so. And I agree with all those points. And I've actually heard through a source that smart money is on New Orleans actually. But I'm riding the LA Rams wave.
Ride them.
I wrote it last week. It was a nice wave, clean, nice barrel, went through the side. Just gonna ride it again.
My best bet of the week. I am fading the crumbling Atlanta Falcons. Heineke is in. I am playing Indy here at -0.5 point, which means all they have to do is win. They seem pretty hot lately. They're playing really well. What?
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta. Yeah, it's in a dome. So it's dome to dome. So that's good for all the dome players out there. I just think Atlanta's crumbling. Heineke's in. Ritter's out. I don't know what's going on there. And I know, listen, Heineke was great, I think, in Washington when he was playing as a backup. Now he's here playing a backup. I just don't think they know what they have. And Bijan doesn't get used the way he should. Algier gets used more. It's just like nothing makes sense. And Arthur Smith, I don't think, is a good coach. So I'm just fading a bad coach, going with what I think is actually a really good coach. I don't even know who the coach is in Indy, but I think he's done a really good job with their number one quarterback going down and almost like they're have a shot to make the playoffs. And I think it's a better coach team. Around.
I want to see, I'm leaning Atlanta. I think they wake up. I think Bijan gets used heavily next week.
You would think. Yeah.
Heineke he's looked bad for Atlanta, but he was very good in Washington last year, which I'm kind of surprised they let him go. I thought they were going to re-sign him as a starter, but I'm leaning Atlanta. I don't know if I'm putting that one in because I just hate Atlanta, but I'm leaning Atlanta at home.
Yeah, and it's like there's not enough like points on each side to really like say you're basically. I'm just saying Indy's going to win the game. If it was +3 for Atlanta, maybe I'd take Atlanta. It could be a close game, but I don't believe in their coaching at all. And Indy looks well coached and they're moving along, and it's like a sneaky good team. They've just been winning games, sneaky, like getting in and winning them. So I'm in on them. It is a really tough week, and I don't like that there's Saturday games and then there's Sunday games and Monday game. It's
holiday weekend. What's better than spreading around the game?
No, I know, weekend. But it's I feel like and sometimes I'm forced to play these Saturday games and I don't want to. I just feel like I like it all in one day. I don't like waiting multiple days for all my picks to go through. It's stressful waiting for that Monday game. But like, am I 2-2 this 2-3 or 3-2 this week? I'm 3-2. That's a big difference.
Yeah, it could work either way. So you get a couple wins early. It's nice to ride them, but then
I know. And a lot of people played the Thursday night game last week, and if you were on the Raiders, that was like the easiest win of your life. Having the Raiders,
I had that one in, and I changed it. That was.
Oh my! You changed it to the Chargers.
No, I just took it out of the contest. I had it in the contest, Oakland, but I took it out. I should have kept it, but.
All right, Sam. Well, this is good. We should keep track of these. So maybe text over your picks. I'll put them in the link below. So when people are listening, they can just glance down and see all our picks. Hopefully we hit. If somebody wants to keep track of us, keep track of all our picks. Last week I did terribly. I don't know how I managed to go 3-2.
Your picks on the contest?
My picks on the contest. I think my Wednesday leans here. I had Arizona. That missed. Seattle hit. Bears lost. Tennessee lost, and New England lost. All my Wednesday leans last week. So we'll see. Hopefully this week's better. It keeps changing. My Monday games are a lot different than my Wednesday games. So check out thesportshangover.com. Follow us on YouTube, /Sports Hangover. Follow us there. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Comment on the videos. Comment on the videos on TikTok, because then I can reply to the comments with a video, which I like doing better than just writing out like, oh, your team sucks. You don't need the comment here. So that's what I'm doing. Trolling everybody. All right, Sam. Good show. See you.